Starting lineups being announced over the loudspeaker here on Kickin' Country. J98 the boot for the Class 2 District 4 Boys Championship from Bismarck High School. And we'll go ahead and get you those starting lineups as well. We'll start with the Bismarck Indians. Their leading scorer gets the start. Of course, Logan Blunt, number 42. He is a junior for the Bismarck Indians. Logan Blunt averaging 14 points per game, 10.7 rebounds per game. Jake Jarvis, who got in some foul trouble against Valley Catholic the other night, he'll get the start. Jake is a junior at 6'3", plays the center position. Clayton Lowry, number 35, a junior at 5'10". He is a guard, 10.3 points per game for Clayton Lowry. Colton McLean, who's the point guard, number 21. He's number 12, or a senior at 5'10", and then Trevor Mills, number 1, is a senior at 6 foot. He's a guard, averaging 9.2 points per game for the Bismarck Indians. So once again for Bismarck, it's Blunt, Jarvis, Lowry, McLean, and Mills. For the Crossroads Current, the visiting team on the scoreboard tonight, Trevor Clay gets the start. He's a sophomore at 6'2", and he's a guard. He is a 16.8 point per game scorer. Him and Milton Spalding, who's a 17.2 points per game. Those are the two leading stars on the team. They're both getting the start tonight, along with number 20, Jeremy Howley, number 22, Sean Monroe, and number 23, Trevor Clay. Trevor Clay up to the center stripe to take the tip against Bismarck's Jake Jarvis, and Jarvis wins the tip to Bismarck. And the Indians working left to right, start with the basketball. Mills has it top of the key, drives it in, loses it, gets it back baseline, swings it back out to the elbow. Jarvis gets it to Mills. Mills saves it from going to the backcourt, gets it up court again. Down low, Logan Blunt working the low post, gets up and under around his defender. Nice pivot move on his foot and swings it around and puts it up and in off the glass. 2-0 Bismarck. Logan Blunt is on the board first for the Bismarck Indians. Here's Crossroads on their first offensive possession. Trevor Clay, he's got it back near the timeline as Crossroads, they started on a 16-2 run against New Haven the other night. That's not going to happen here tonight unless they go on a 16-0 run right now. Here's a 3-ball left short, no good. Crossroads ends up out of bounds. Last touch by the Current. Milton Spalding took that shot, couldn't get it to fall. Bismarck basketball on the inbound. Trevor Mills, he'll bring it up the floor. Crossroads sets up in the half-court defense. Clay will come out to guard Mills as he crosses the timeline. They get it down low. Blunt, hesitation shot, gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Nice job hanging in the air as the defender was in his face. Drew it back, got the foul, then released it. Shot didn't fall down, but he will go to the free throw line. Will Blunt. Blunt didn't have his best game. I believe it was just 8 points the other night against the Valley Catholic, but Bismarck still got the job done, and he steps to the free throw line and rattles it through. 3-0 Bismarck, 3-0 Logan Blunt in this ball game so far. Logan Blunt, 41% from the free throw line on the season. Not his bread and butter, and he misses the second. But Clayton Lowry, offensive rebound, gives off to Jarvis, but Jarvis loses it, and Crossroads comes up with it. 3-0 Bismarck. Here's Clay, a 3-ball to tie it, and he overshoots everything, ends up out of bounds, and Bismarck basketball. 6:53 to play in the first quarter. Indians will have McLean to throw it in. He'll give it in to Mills, and Mills will run it up the floor. Mills, McLean, Jarvis, Lowry, and Blunt on the floor for the Bismarck Indians. Lowry has it right wing, gets it down low, double team there. Blunt working the low post, spins it back out. Jarvis at the left elbow. Backdoor cutter is Lowry. He will miss the lay-in on a reverse. Got his own rebound. Kicks it back out. Mills, right wing 3-ball. Put it in. And the foul. No, they'll wave it off the bucket. They'll wave it off. It is going to be Crossroads basketball. As they say, it was a turnover. Bismarck beforehand. I guess he walked with it there, and it's Crossroads basketball. Wow. So the 3 doesn't count for Mills. Bismarck gives it away. Crossroads basketball. Baseline 3. Spalding can't get it to go. Rebound, though, goes to Crossroads. Here's Trevor Clay. Nice up and under move. Hesitation lay-in. Trevor Clay, lays it in. It's 3-2. Crossroads back to within 1. Bismarck baseline. Kicks it inside. Blunt with a turnaround jump hook off glass. That's not going to go. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Crossroads. No, Bismarck touched it last. No, it is Crossroads touched it last. Excuse me, Bismarck basketball. Into the corner off the inbound. Now they get it down low. Jarvis loses the handle, and Bismarck turns it over for the third time. Crossroads races up the floor, swings it back out, and up top it goes to Clay. Clay will throw it back over to the right wing. Right back up to Clay. Clay trading passes with Sean Monroe. Back to the near side. Clay has it. Crossroads down 3-2 here in the first quarter. 5 minutes, 38 seconds to play. Right wing again, it's Clay. Clay back to the near side. Monroe, he'll try the three. It's not going to fall. Overshot it, but the long rebound comes out to Crossroads. Nearly stolen away by Lowry, but they've got it back. Clay runs it in, throws out the runner. He's fouled. A blocking foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Will Clay. Trevor Clay, I talked about his average, points per game average, 16.8 points per game. That's right behind Milton Spalding at 17.2 points per game. He steps to the free throw line where he's pretty good from there, 74%. Puts up the free throw, misses off back rim. He's got the only points of the night so far for Crossroads with 2. As the current trail, 3-2. So he missed his first one and gets it back for opportunity number 2. 5:27 first quarter. Clay puts it up for the tie and rattles it in. Clay and Blunt each with 3 points. That's all the scoring for either side. Both have hit a 2-point field goal, and both have gone 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Trevor Mills in the front court throws it right wing Lowry. Lowry fakes a pass inside, swings it back out up top. Back to the right wing, Lowry, baseline. Here's the baseline drive. Blunt steps around a defender, missed his lay-in, though. Crossroads with the rebound, and then a foul on Bismarck on the floor, trying to rip it away. That'll be the second against the Indians. By the way, Crystal City defeated St. Pius 56-43 in the girls' game. Crystal City wins the district championship in Class 3, District 4. So Crystal City will take on West County next week in the Class 3 sectional. Here's a pass right wing. Monroe's got it there. Up top, Clay. We're tied 3 apiece. Crossroads has the basketball. Spalding in the corner. Back out right wing, Monroe. Up top, back to the left wing, Spalding. Spalding quickly takes it inside. Baseline jumper, splashes it through. Milton Spalding's on the board, and Crossroads has their first lead, 5-3. Bismarck looking for an answer on the other end. Right wing pass goes to McLean. McLean, overhead pass over to Clayton Lowry. Lowry puts the ball on the floor, attacks, stops in the paint, kicks it back out. Jarvis at the elbow. Elbow pass goes back out top of the key to Lowry. Lowry has it left wing, bump, foul. Good call. That'll be the second on Crossroads and the first one to go against Monroe. 4:27 to play first quarter. Bismarck will have a substitution into the ball game. Ryan Johnston, who had a brilliant game against Valley Catholic in the last round, putting up 20-plus points. He's just a sophomore, not a starter, but gets plenty of playing time off the bench. He's in there now and takes his spot in the low post. Clayton Lowry has it up top, tries to feed Johnson in the low post, but it's stolen away. Bismarck's turned it over 4 times. Full court pass. Mills almost came up with an interception. Knocked it out of bounds. Crossroads will keep it. The 4:17 to play in the first quarter. Clay will be the inbounder. Crossroads has a new face into the ball game right now. Jeremy Howley. Here comes the 3 ball. That's not going to go. Spalding. Rebound goes Bismarck's way. Johnston pulled it in, gives it out to Lowry. Lau throws it into the corner. Owens feeds the low post. Ryan Johnson. He tries to dish it off to Blunt on the baseline cut. Blunt with a pump fake, throws up the hands and gets fouled as he goes up for the shot. Logan Blunt goes back to the free throw line where he's 1 for 2 tonight. And 47% on the air. 41% on the air. So with 4:04 to play first quarter, Logan Blunt has a chance to tie this one up. He's got all 3 of Bismarck's points so far. Logan Blunt puts up the first one, and it's off front rim and in. Give him 4 points on the night. Bismarck crowd comes alive. 1-point game. 5-4 Crossroads. The next one. Up. Good. Logan Blunt has hit 3 of 4. We're tied 5 apiece. Into the front court comes Crossroads with the basketball. Trevor Clay. Clay has it top of the key. Bounce pass right wing. Spalding. Spalding throws it back up top and over to the left wing. This is Sean Monroe with it. Monroe, bounce pass into the corner. Ball nearly stolen, but got it back out. Clay's going to pull up, jumper from the elbow, and buries it through. Trevor Clay has got himself 5 points, and it's back to a 2-point lead. Crossroads. Bismarck basketball. Here they come. Crossover move Mills. Then he's stripped of it by Clay. Got it back. Swings it back out. Up top to Logan Blunt. Blunt gives it off to Jeremiah Owens, who's just checked in. Owens with a no-look pass over to the right wing. Lowry up top now. Blunt. Blunt lobs it down low. Johnson. Nice job to go up and get that one. Comes down with it. Defense was totally out of position after that. And Johnson puts it up and in off glass. Ryan Johnson gets his first point. First man not named Logan Blunt to score for Bismarck. We're tied 7 apiece. And he went up there to get that basketball. One-handed grab, pulled it down, and then put it back in off glass. Here comes the jumper back the other way. Trevor Clay lights it up again. Clay's got himself 7. 9-7, Crossroads. Here's Blunt in the front court. He'll throw it up top. Now over to the right wing, Lowry. Inside Johnson. Johnson working the low post. Kicks it into the key. Back out to the right wing, Lowry. Down low, Johnson again. Johnson backs his man down. Kicks it back out. Lowry for 3 in the lead, but he overshot it. No good. Clay with the rebound. Mills trying to swipe it from him. Couldn't do it. Clay gets it up court to Spalding. Spalding with a pump and a drive. Hangs in the air. Puts up a shot. Gets fouled. Lay-in doesn't fall, but Spalding will go to the free throw line. Milton Spalding is a 71% free throw shooter on the year. 17.2 points per game for Milton Spalding. He is one of the better scorers in Class 2. So now he steps to the free throw line, trying to add to his team's 2-point lead. Milton Spalding puts it up, puts it in. As a team, Crossroads 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Trevor Clay is 1 for 2. Spalding has 3. Clay has 7. 10-7, Crossroads. Their biggest lead of the night. Will it be extended? Yes, as Spalding knocks down 2 free throws. 11-7, the current over the Indians. Bismarck basketball, Trevor Mills. Crosses the timeline. Indian offense will set up. Straight away, Mills has it. Gets a pick at the top of the key. Little pump fake. Then throws up the 3 and puts it through. Trevor Mills has his first points. It's 11-9. So they said it was a 2, I guess. Must have been. His foot must have been on the line. So Trevor Mills just a 2-point make, and then a Crossroads turnover back on the other end. Crossroads gives it away for the first time. Indian basketball. Mills has it again. Throws it right wing. Clayton Lowry gets it down low to Johnston. Johnston tries to feed to Cutter Blunt, but the ball tipped away. Bismarck turns it over for the 5th time. Here's Clay running it back the other way. He's going to be fouled by Trevor Mills, and Mills doesn't like it. Bismarck's turned it over 5 times compared to Crossroads 1. Trevor Mills picks up his first foul, team foul number 4. Crossroads basketball with Clay to throw it in baseline. 2 minutes, 1 second to go in the first quarter. Right wing pass comes into Spalding. Little pump fake, kicks it back out, and a deep 2, and that one is buried for Crossroads. Putting that through number 25, Andrew Witherspoon, averaging 6.1 points per game. He's on the board for the first time tonight. 13-9, 4-point lead current. Inside pass goes to Johnston. Johnson feeds the cutter. Logan Blunt, another hesitation, little pump fake. And he puts it up and in off glass. Logan Blunt has had a nice game so far. 7 points. Here's a 3 ball back the other way. Witherspoon in and out, no good. Baseline 3. Rebound, though, comes out to Spalding. He keeps it inbounds, and Crossroads resets. Already up by 2 points. Monroe near side throws it back up top to Clay. Clay swings it back around to the right wing. Back up top, it goes to Clay. 1 minute, 16 seconds to go, first quarter. Near side, Monroe. Monroe puts the ball on the floor, dribbles it back to the wing, and swings it back around the perimeter. Up top, Clay steps into a 3, no good. Rebound goes to Witherspoon. Witherspoon with a pump fake and a left-handed jumper, no good. Ends up out of bounds. Crossroads touched it last. Bismarck basketball. 1:03 to go, first quarter. Bismarck down by 2, and a chance to tie or take the lead in this next possession. Substitution comes in for the Indians, Cody Miles. Clayton Lowry comes off. So Miles, Johnston, Blunt, Mills, and Owens on the floor for Bismarck. Owens throws it into Trevor Mills. Mills will run the point. Into the front court he comes. Dribbles it over to the right wing. Indians looking for the lead of the tie. Miles now has it in the corner. Back to Mills' right wing. 51 seconds to go, first quarter. Back over to the right wing to Miles, or Miles rather. Miles tries to feed the low post and slapped right back to him. Owens now has it left wing. He'll throw it inside to Johnston. Johnson in some trouble with it. Ball knocked out of his hands. He gets it back, then throws up the runner. Spun off glass, but no good. Got his own rebound. Then he's fouled. I got to admire Johnson on that one, hanging with it. A lot of things not going his way. He lost the ball a couple of times. Took it inside, tried to spin it off glass, didn't get it back. Or didn't get it to go, but got it back, and then he's fouled trying to put it back. Goes to the line. That's the second foul, though, on Monroe. And Johnston already has 2 points, and he misses out on the free throw off back rim. Ryan Johnston is a 65% free throw shooter, 63% free throw shooter on the year. Indians down by 2. Johnston looking to salvage this trip to the line. Puts it up, misses off the front of the rim. So still down by 2, and Crossroads has the basketball now. It'll be Clay running the point for the Current. Gets it into the front court. 25 seconds on the clock. Will they hold for the final 25? Double team comes out on Clay. He'll throw it up top. Now over right wing. Spalding open 3. Defense got there too late, and Spalding knocked it through. 7 first quarter points for Spalding, and it's a 5-point lead. Owens for the answer on the other end, but he overshot it, no good. Offensive rebound, Miles. He gets blocked, but fouled by Spalding, trying to put it back. Tell you what, Spalding thought he had himself a clean block. He was about to strut it back up the court, but he hacked Miles on the follow-through there, and it'll be Miles going to the free throw line. Miles, 48% on the season, 16-11. With 6 seconds on the clock in the first quarter, Miles puts through the first free throw. That'll make it 16-12. 6.1 remaining first quarter. Miles puts through the second. Coach Simonson told us on Wednesday, free throw shooting has been off and on for them this year. 3-point lead now for Crossroads. 3 ball back the other way with a hand in his face. Spalding can't get it to go at the buzzer, and that's it for the first quarter. Crossroads up by 3 over Bismarck in Bismarck, 16-13. We're back in a minute with the second quarter on Kickin' Country. J98 the boot.
G&W Grocery in Viburnum is the place to go for all your grocery needs. G&W Grocery is proud to be a part of the Viburnum community and proud to offer quality groceries. And G&W Grocery in Viburnum offers the freshest food in the area. While you're there, pick up some delicious hot pizza at the Pizza Pro. They serve fresh hot pizza that's steaming hot and ready when you are. That's G&W Grocery in Viburnum, a proud supporter of Viburnum basketball.
Lemon Drop shop at the Lemon Drop.
The new Lemon Drop Cafe and Health Food Store in Park Hills offers all 100% gluten, peanut, and soy-free health foods. Now you can get organic shaved ice and smoothies with over 18 different flavors. Plus, muffins, cookies, coffee, tea, and parfaits. They even have a salad bar of nuts, berries, and vegetables. Order their soup of the day or try a gluten-free crust pizza. The Lemon Drop Cafe, now open on St. Joe Drive behind Save-A-Lot in Park Hills.
Shop at the Lemon Drop. Lemon Drop.
First quarter's in the books in the Class 2 District 4 Boys Championship game from Bismarck High School. Crossroads Prep leads Bismarck 16-13. Crossroads has a substitution in. Kevin Rogers, number 33, he's a senior, 6'1". He is a forward. Inbound comes into the backcourt for Crossroads. They start with the basketball in the second quarter. It's Clay. Clay crosses the timeline. Looking to add to a 3-point lead for his team. Kicks it to the far side corner for Holly. Right back to Clay. Clay backs it up. Overhead pass over to Spalding. Little pump fake. Drives it in. Baseline jumper. Spalding knocks the bottom out of it. Milton Spalding has 9, and it's 18-13. Back to a 5-point lead for the Current. Here comes Bismarck. Trevor Mills gets a screen as he crosses the timeline. Throws it right wing. Blunt picks it off, though, and then takes it inside. Travels with it and turns it over for the 6th time. That pass was intended, I believe, for the right wing guard over there, which at that time I think was McLean, maybe Miles. But Blunt jumped in front of it, took it inside, and traveled with it. Here comes Crossroads. Holly has it on the far side. 18-13. Rogers now in at the elbow, kicks it to the corner, right back out to the right wing. 3 ball there, good. It's Holly who nails that one. His first points of the game, Jeremy Holly. He's already above his average. He averages 2.7. He's got 3 in this one. 21-13 Crossroads. Jarvis in the low post takes it from right to left, hands it off to the cutter Miles. Miles misses the lay-in. Didn't even touch rim. Might have got partially blocked. Now Crossroads back on the attack. Already up by 8. Left wing pass from Clay. Goes over to the right wing to Holly. Cross court. Tip nearly stolen away. But Mills couldn't keep it in bounds. McLean rather. Crossroads holds on to it. Clay drives in, then kicks out. Wide open 3 for Spalding, but it doesn't go. And a nice rebound, McLean. McLean's going to bring the ball at the floor. Full court pass to the backdoor cutter, and it was Miles, but Miles was out of bounds. The pass was behind him anyway, and that's the 7th, the Bismarck turnover. I'd have been better served to hold on to that one. Crossroads basketball with 6:30 now in the first half. Trevor Clay walks it up the floor. He'll be double-teamed as he brings it in the front court. Fires a pass into the corner on the near side. Inside to Rogers, back out to Holly at the left wing. Back up top now to Clay, around the perimeter right side it goes. Now inside to Rogers, back to the back door. It goes to Holly now up top, 3 ball. That one's buried. Clay gets another one to go. Well, that's his first, but that's the third current 3 in this game. 10 points for Trevor Clay. Now 24-13. Bismarck down by 11. Trying not to get swept on their home court tonight. Here's a foul as Mills drives it in, but it's going to be an offensive foul on Bismarck. And Crossroads draws the charge and gets the basketball back. Mills picks up his second. Spalding will throw it into Clay. On the court right now for Crossroads, Spalding, Clay, the 2 leading scorers. Also Rogers, Witherspoon, and Holly. Holly has it at the right wing. Well, he thought he was going to get it, but the pass sailed over his head and out of bounds. Crossroads turns it over for the second time. Bismarck takes back possession of it. Inbound will come in from the far side corner. Clayton Lowry into Mills. Mills will go 1-on-1, tit for tat with Trevor Clay, bringing it into the front court. Crosses the timeline, gets the ball poked out of his hands by Clay from behind. Crossroads on the run, a 3-on-1. Witherspoon underneath, lays it in off the assist from Clay. Witherspoon has 4 points in the game. Bismarck has now turned it over for the 9th time. After that last steal, they go over and back, front court to back court, and Bismarck gives it away again, and Crossroads leads 26-13, and we've got a timeout with 5:29 to play in the half. We're back in 30 seconds on Kickin' Country, J98 The Boot.
The Bismarck Board of Education, administration, and staff would like to take this time to congratulate all the students, players, and coaches of the Bismarck Indians basketball teams. The Bismarck School is very proud of all the area youth. They would also like to wish the Bismarck Indians and Lady Indians the best of luck during the playoffs. It takes hours of hard work and dedication to be successful. Good luck and keep up the hard work. From the Bismarck Board of Education.
Crossroads Prep has used a 10-0 run to start the second quarter over Bismarck to stretch out a lead at 26-13. Bismarck's given the ball away 9 times, and it's Crossroad basketball again. Spalding to throw it into the backcourt to Trevor Clay. Spalding and Clay have been the real deal tonight. Just looking at their stat lines, you thought, okay, those are the 2 guys to watch. That certainly has been the case. Here's Rogers in the front court. Nice dish on the give and go. The cutter in was Holly, and Holly laid it in. He was left wide open. Defense caught out of position. So Holly's got himself 5 points. It's 28-13. Bismarck down by 15. A 12-0 run for Crossroads to start the second quarter. Turnaround jumper, Jarvis. That ain't going to fall in the front court for Bismarck. So Crossroads gets the rebound. Clay racing it back up the court. He's got it right wing. Backs it up near the timeline. Throws it to the corner. Witherspoon. Witherspoon with a little head fake. Brings it back out and throws it up top to Spalding. Spalding right back to Clay, who's got it back near the half-court stripe. Cross-court pass. They'll trade passes a couple more times. Back to the far side corner. Witherspoon fakes right, dribbles it left, kicks off to the inside, then back out. Left wing Spalding for 3. Left it short, no good. Rebound Clayton Lowry. Lowry's going to bring the ball up the floor himself. Crosses the timeline, looking to set Bismarck up. Looking for the first points of the quarter. Lowry drives in. Maybe got away with a walk. They say the ball was tipped out of his hands, but he lays it in. And finally, Bismarck's on the board. In the second quarter, 28-15. They trail by 13. Spalding in the front court has it left wing. Throws it up top to Clay. Clay right back to Spalding, and they'll trade passes up top. Spreading Bismarck's defense out. Witherspoon has it. Gives it off to the baseline cutter Rogers. Rogers throws up a pump fake, gives himself the open shot. Missed it. Offensive rebound, Crossroads, and then a charge as Clay attacks. Bismarck did a good job on defense that time around. 28-15 they trail, and the Indians have the basketball. Johnston's going to check in as McLean comes off. Clay picks up his first foul with that charge. It was team foul number 6 against Crossroads. They have no more to give. Bismarck still with 1 to give. Indian basketball. Mills dribbles the front court. Throws it right wing for Clayton Lowry. Drives in. Stops. Kicks it inside to Jarvis. Jarvis gets it stripped from him. Ball ends up out of bounds. Should be Crossroads ball, and it will be. Bismarck touched it last. Went off the foot of Clayton Lowry. That's Bismarck's 10th turnover. They've got to nip that in the bud real quick. Down 28-15. Crossroads has it. 3:45 to play second quarter. The Current cross into the front court with Clay. Once they get it in the front court, they'll trade passes back and forth. Spalding to Clay. Also on the floor, Holly, Rogers, and Witherspoon. And now Spalding just holding on to the basketball. Says, come guard me. I'm not going to dribble it till you come guard me. So Coach Simonson says, all right, get up on him. Here's a bounce pass over to the left wing. Now back near the timeline, Spalding. Lowry comes out. Now he's draped on Spalding. They'll throw it inside. Holly left him open from the free throw line. He pulls up, shoots, and knocks it through. Holly has himself 7 points now, all coming this quarter. 30-15. Crossroads doubling up the Bismarck Indians. Everything working right now for Crossroads, and Bismarck needing some answers. Then in the front court, it's Mills. Mills stops his forward progress, kicks to the near side corner. Lowry leads his man down low. Reverse lay-in attempt. Jarvis doesn't get the ball, but he does get the foul. And Jarvis goes to the free throw line. He's 65% from the stripe this season. He's looking for his first points. Jarvis for Bismarck, number 30. He's a junior at 6'3". First name Jake, 8 rebounds per game and 6 points per game, 6.8 points per game. First free throw is good from Jake Jarvis. 30-16. Rogers checks out for Crossroads. Witherspoon's back in. Here's the free throw, good. He goes 2 for 2 that trip down, 30-17. Bismarck trailing with 2:48 to play in the second quarter. Inbound comes in from Holly. Holly and Spalding trade passes as Bismarck comes up with the three-quarter court press. Nice cut to the inside. Nelson bounce pass from Witherspoon, and Nelson finishes off the bank. Uses the window to knock it through. It's now 32-17. Bismarck down by 15. Here's Logan Blunt down low. We haven't seen him do anything in a while, but he spins one off glass. 32-19. Into the front court, Crossroads. They'll throw it up top. Monroe kicks to the far side corner. Pump fake. Holly back up top. Spalding fakes a swing pass left, swings it back out right. Now it's Clay at the left wing. Cross court pass over there. Goes to Sean Monroe. Now to the corner. Bounce pass inside. Ball tipped out of bounds, but touched by Bismarck. Lowry had his hand on it, then accidentally kicked it again. Crossroads has it with 1:56 to play in the half. Already leading 32-19. Indians looking for a stop here so they can get closer. Inbound comes into Monroe. Monroe throws it over to the far side corner. Back out up top to Monroe. Now over to the left wing, Clay. Back to Monroe near the timeline. He checks back to his coach. And then swings it back near side, Clay. And again, with 1:40 to go in the quarter, Crossroads kind of going into a stall mode here. Here's a lay-in attempt. Good. And the bucket. And the foul. They'll get Clayton Lowry for a block, and Crossroads stretches the lead even further now, 34-19. It's back to a 15-point game. That was Clay with the take. Trevor Clay has 7 second quarter points to give him 12 total. 34-19, 1:35 to go, second quarter. Now he'll step to the free throw line, where he's 74% on the year. He's 1 for 2 tonight, and he can't convert on the three-point play. He missed it. Blunt gets the rebound. He'll give it off to Mills. Mills dribbles it into the front court with 1.5 to play. He'll kick to the near side corner, Jeremiah Owens. Owens throws it to the elbow, Johnston. Johnson stripped of the basketball. Bismarck gets it back. Kick to the corner. Owens wants the three, and he can't get it to fall. Rebound went to Clayton Lowry, but a foul on Bismarck. It is on Clayton Lowry. That is team foul number 6 against the Bismarck Indians. Nope, number 7. 1-1 coming the other way for Crossroads. Holly will go to the free throw line. With 1:18 to play. Lowry picks up his second. Each team now has committed 7. Holly steps to the strike. He's gotten 7 points all coming in the quarter. Puts up his first one and gets it. That earns him another one. He's a 60% free throw shooter on the year. 35-19. Crossroads just really looking like the better team so far. Here's the next one, and got it to go. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 9 points in the game for Jeremy Holly, who averages 2.7. 36-19. Bismarck down by 17. Mills takes it into the front court. Kicks to the corner for Jeremiah Owens. Shake and bake move, kicks it to the corner. Back up top, Johnson. Johnson will try to straight away 3. That's not going to go, and Bismarck can't get anything to fall right now. Crossroads with 1 minute to go. Stripped to the basketball. Into the front court now, Bismarck. Mills throws up a runner off back rim. That doesn't go. Rebound, Blunt, and the putback. Logan Blunt has been about all Bismarck has had going for him at this point. Crossroads, Witherspoon loses his glasses, so we get a timeout there so he can go and retrieve them. So Crossroads off their third turnover. Bismarck gets some points out of it with Logan Blunt. 11 points for Logan Blunt, 36-21, back to a 15-point game. Crossroads basketball, 42 to play, first half. Monroe kicks to the corner, ends up out of bounds. Witherspoon touched it last. Crossroads turns it over again, and Bismarck's crowd now starting to get a little bit more into it. Some things starting to go the Indians' way for a change, and now it's going to be Trevor Mills to walk it up the floor. Still plenty of time to get some points this half. 36-21, Bismarck trails. Up top, here's Blunt. Blunt throws it over to Johnston. He fakes right, dribbles it left. Stops, kicks at the corner for Mills. Mills with a pump fake. Brings it back out to the wing. Tries to swing it inside. Johnson stolen away. And then a foul on Mills as Monroe tried to race it back up the floor. So Bismarck turns it over for the 11th time, and Crossroads is going to get another 1-and-1 opportunity. 18.9 on the clock, and it's going to be Monroe to go to the free throw line. Sean Monroe at 54.5% from the line this year, 8.9 points per game. He's got 2 tonight. And Mills picks up his third foul, team foul number 8 for Bismarck. Crossroads won't put anybody up to rebound, just one man, Holly. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good from Monroe. Bismarck has Johnston, Owens, Blunt on the floor, along with McLean and Miles. Now Crossroads will put them up to rebound. Clay and Holly are the closest. 37-21, Crossroads. The second one for Monroe. Up and good. Monroe's got himself 4 points. 38-21. Substitution in for Crossroads, Benton Birch. He's a sophomore at 5'8", a guard, number 10. They're going to come up and pressure Bismarck as the Indians now race it into the front court. McLean behind the back, dribble at the right wing, drive, stops at the elbow, kicks to Miles in the corner, swings it back out to McLean. 10 seconds left for the Indians. Now Owens drives it in, throws up the runner off glass. Nice take by Jeremiah Owens. 38-23, 3 seconds left for Crossroads. Clay throws up the runner, no good at the buzzer. And Bismarck down by 15 as we go to the break. 38-23, Crossroads leads it. 38-23, 15-point game with Crossroads leading. Halftime comes to a close. Bismarck will start with the basketball. They'll change sides. Crossroads still yet to break their huddle. A week long of basketball on the regional radio airwaves, mostly on J98 The Boot, but we had a game on KJF on Wednesday with the DeSoto Dragons falling in the Class 4 sectional. And then plus all the Crystal City district games going on AM 1400 KJF this week. Tomorrow night we're on AM 800 KREI with Mineral Area College basketball, the final game of the regular season for the Cardinals. Bismarck with the basketball. It's Lowry driving it in from the right wing. Stops his dribble as he's cut off. Throws it back up top to Blunt. 38-23, Bismarck trails. Blunt hands off to Mills. Mills kicks to the far side corner. A baseline drive and a blocking foul. Clayton Lowry taking it in there. First foul of the second half belongs to Crossroads. 16 seconds into it. 7:44 to play third quarter. That'll be the third personal foul on Monroe. Here's a quick three ball off the inbound. Clayton Lowry is able to knock that through. He's up to 5 points, 38-26. Bismarck to within 12. So that's a good way to start. Here's Witherspoon in the front court, in the corner, and he'll give the ball up. Logan Blunt steals a bounce pass away. Not a good pass from Witherspoon. Crossroads turns it over for the 5th time. Maybe Bismarck can get it back down to single digits. Here's Lowry, right wing, gets it down low. Jarvis working the low post. Turnaround jumper blocked by Holly. Now Holly throws it up the court for Spalding. Spalding working on McLean. Fouled. Lay-in won't go, but he'll go to the free throw line. Spalding will. Spalding put up 9 points in that first half. He was big in the first quarter. 7 of his 9 points came in the opening frame. He'll go to the free throw line now. Milton Spalding, the team leader in scoring. 71% from the free throw line this year. 2 for 2 tonight. 38-26, Crossroads with the lead. Here's the first free throw with the Bismarck fan club waving at him, and it does not affect him. You got the Bismarck student section sitting right in front of where you would shoot the free throw, so the free throw shooter has to look right into the student section. They're waving their hands, jumping up and down. He knocked the first one right in their face. How about number 2? 39-26, now 40-26. Good-looking free throw shooter, Milton Spalding. He's up to 11 points, cracking double figures, 40-26. Bismarck trails. Indians will bring it up the floor with Trevor Mills. Mills crosses the timeline. Throws it over left wing to Blunt. Blunt back over to the far side for Clayton Lowry. Lowry hit a big three right out of the gate to start this quarter. He dribbles to the top of the key. Bounce pass inside. Dangerous, and it's stolen away. Bismarck gives it away for the 12th time. Here come the Current. And a quick lay-in floater does not fall from Trevor Clay. A pump fake as he was in the air. Unnecessary. Left it short. And then a foul as Bismarck starts to bring 6:41 to play third quarter. It'll be McLean to throw it in. McLean, Mills, Blunt, Lowry, and Jarvis on the floor for Bismarck. For Crossroads, you've got Spalding, Witherspoon, Clay, Monroe, and Holly. Into the front court, here's Bismarck's Mills. Gets a screen top of the K from Blunt. Throws it right wing for Lowry. Lowry penetrates, stops, swings it back inside now to Jarvis. Jarvis reverse lay-in. Got the roll. That just caught enough rim to fall. And Jake Jarvis has 4. 40-28. Indians back to within 12. Crossroads dribbles it into the front court with Trevor Clay. Clay with a lob pass to the near side corner. Witherspoon. Defense attacks him. They'll throw it back up top. Clay. Clay swings it left wing. 3 ball there. Monroe. It's not going to go. Offensive rebound, though. Witherspoon. He kicks to the near side. Spalding. Spalding with a step back jumper. That's not going to fall. Another offensive rebound. Monroe. And Monroe resets for the Current. Throws it up top, and now back near the timeline. Trevor Clay, and they'll slow it down again. Looks like Rogers wants to check in next dead ball. Here's a right wing pass over to Spalding. Spalding drives it in, splits a double team, and puts it in off glass. Milton Spalding's up to 13. Bismarck down by 14. Here's a nice cut to the bucket. Blunt and the feed from Mills. Blunt puts it up and in off glass. Logan Blunt is up to 13 points. 42-30. It's a 12-point spread again. Crossroads basketball. Trading passes in the backcourt. Spalding and Clay. Now into the front court. Witherspoon. Right wing pass up top. Now it's Clay. Clay will back it off. Throw it over back to the right wing and a lob to Spalding. Bounce pass right back to Clay. Clay with a crossover move. Drives the lane. Passes to the cutter. Monroe couldn't handle the pass. Got it back and then jumped back and put it in. Sean Monroe's up to 6. 44-30. Now Mills wants to drive it in. Floats it off glass. No good. McLean couldn't pull down the rebound. Crossroads has it. Full court pass up to Spalding. Spalding corrals it, but didn't lay it in. A back-to-back out to the far side. Up top, Witherspoon. Witherspoon bounce pass back out to Spalding on the far side. But first, timeout, Crossroads. 44-30. It's Crossroads by a couple of touchdowns over Bismarck. 4:40 to play in the third quarter. We're back in 30 seconds on Kickin' Country. J98 the booth.
Superintendent Brad Crocker and the staff at Valley of Caledonia School District would like to wish the Vikings the best of luck during the district tournament. They are proud of the Vikings and their coaches for the success they've had both on and off the courts. It takes commitment, dedication, and a lot of hard work to succeed, and these young athletes have proven that they have what it takes to be winners. Good luck in the tournament from the Valley of Caledonia School District. Go Vikings!
14-point lead for the Crossroads Current. Bismarck has gotten it to as close as 12 this half. Clayton Lowry with a tray. Logan Blunt with a nice 2-point lay-in. The same with Jake Jarvis. As Bismarck is outscoring Crossroads in the third quarter, 7-5 so far, or 7-6 so far. 44-30. Out of the timeout, Bismarck has Ryan Johnston on the court along with Clayton Lowry, Logan Blunt, Trevor Mills, and Jake Jarvis. But if you're watching on J98 Web TV, you know that at MyMoInfo.com. Crossroads throws it in with Spalding to Clay. Clay throws it to the near side. Witherspoon right back to the right wing, and up top it goes to Clay. Clay backs it up, lobs it back over to Spalding, right wing. Now inside at the free throw line, backdoor cutters Rogers. Double team comes out on him. He swings it back out, popping from the free throw line, Monroe, and he splashes it through. 16-point lead now for Crossroads. Sean Monroe with 4 third quarter points to give him 8 total. Bismarck into the front court. Here they come with Mills. He'll bring it to the left wing, throw it to the corner for McLean. McLean gets to the inside. Johnson works the low post on to Rogers, puts it up with a jump hook, puts it in, but traveled first. That'll be the 13th Bismarck turnover. Crossroads basketball. Rogers bounces it into the backcourt for Trevor Clay. We're halfway through the third quarter. 46-30, Crossroads current. They'll trade passes in the backcourt, then get it in the front court. Baseline cutter, nice dish over to Rogers. Rogers from Witherspoon, both cut in from opposite sides of the court. The defense attacked Witherspoon. Witherspoon passed to Rogers. Rogers gets fouled, and he goes to the free throw line. That's the second foul on McLean. So it's Rogers at the strike. Kevin Rogers, 52.4% on the year. Averages 2 points per game. He puts up his first free throw. Number 33 misses it. See if he can knock down number 2 to hold true at 50%. Crossroads with Witherspoon, Monroe, Rogers, Spalding, and Clay on the floor. The crowd gets loud as Rogers puts up the free throw, and he puts it through. He's got his first point of the game, and it's a 17-point lead now for Crossroads. Here comes Bismarck. Trevor Mills. Mills has it top of the key, fakes the pass left, throws it over to the right side. Far side, Jeremiah Owens. Owens dribbles behind his back, trying to create some separation, but Spalding's been playing tight D all night. Up top, Lowry lobs a pass inside, intercepted by Witherspoon. Witherspoon dribbles into the front court, bounces one to Monroe. Monroe attacks just in front of the free throw line, pulls up, shoots. He's got 10 points. He knocks it through. 6 of those coming third quarter. 49-30. So Bismarck came out on fire in the third quarter to start things, hitting their first few shots, but since then it's been ice cold again. Here's Clayton Lowry, top of the key, dribbles to the left wing, now inside on the penetration. Up top, Johnson fakes left, drives it right around Rogers, lays it in, count it, and the foul. Johnson's going to the line. Nice to see him getting it going. He had a monster game against Valley in the last round, semifinal round. He's just got his 4 points tonight, but that was a great drive from Ryan Johnston, the sophomore. Foul goes on Rogers, his second, team foul number 3 against Crossroads. Johnston, though, is 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 63% on the season. Puts it up for the three-point play and puts it through. He's got 5. 49-33, back to a 16-point game. Bismarck wants a timeout with 3:05 to play in the third quarter. We'll break for 30 seconds on J98.
Monticello Bus Service in Bismarck is your local charter bus service. They can get you to your destination wherever you're going. At Monticello Bus Service, they care about their cargo. So rest assured that when you ride with them, you will be provided with the best traveling experience ever. Monticello Bus Service, the best charter bus service around. That's Monticello Bus Service in Bismarck, a proud supporter of all community events. For service, call 734-2332.
49-33 ball game. Crossroads has kept Bismarck away from them pretty much the entire game. The first quarter was close, but Crossroads started the second quarter on a 10-0 run, and since then Bismarck's been trying to play catch-up and not having a whole lot of success. They've gotten to as close as 12. Right now it's a 16-point game with Bismarck trailing. Crossroads basketball. It'll be Trevor Clay to bring it up the floor. Just before he crosses the timeline, gives it off to Spalding. Spalding right back in the front court over to Clay. Clay tries to kick it over to Witherspoon, but lost the handle of it, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be the 6th Crossroads turnover. And Bismarck has it back. See if we can't chip into a 16-point lead here. Bismarck, the Lady Indians, have already lost tonight, so it'd sure make this crowd feel a little bit better if the boys team could get a win. Baseline, it's Blunt, kicks it out, left wing, Owens, up top, Mills. Mills backs it up, throws far side, Clayton Lowry, overhead pass inside, tipped right back to him. He's got it at the right wing, throws it left wing, Johnson, inside, Owens, up and off glass before the defense can get there. Nicely done, good ball movement, Bismarck. Jeremiah Owens has 4, 49-35, 14-point game again. Let's keep chipping. Here's Crossroads, into the front court, Spalding, throws it near side, Clay. Clay's been quiet for a little while. It's been mostly Monroe this quarter. Here's the baseline drive, then a bounce out near side. Up top, Spalding, open 3, and Spalding hits it. Milton Spalding still has it going. He's got 7 third quarter points to give him 16, 52-35. Right wing, it's Mills in the front court. Lob pass back to the left wing. Up top, Johnston. Johnson back to the left wing, Owens. Owens, pump fake, drives, pulls up, shoots, fouled. Shot doesn't fall, but he goes to the line. So Jeremiah Owens, 4 points in this one so far. Owens at the free throw line this season, 35% on the year. No free throw attempts yet tonight for him. He puts up the first one, and it rattles through to give him 5 points on the night, 52-36. The second attempt for Jeremiah Owens. On its way, and good. Again, if Bismarck were to win this game, they would go to the state sectional next Wednesday at Park Hills against Oran. Whoever wins this game is going to be taking on Oran in the next round. Crossroads up 52-37. They've got it in the front court, into the corner. It's Holly. Holly throws it over right wing. Nice cut in by Monroe. Monroe with a hesitation lay-in as the defense got in his face, altered a shot, and he missed it. It almost went down. He pulled it back, threw it back up, but it didn't go. Bismarck now on the attack. Lowry throws it to the corner for Blunt. Blunt bounces it in. Baseline Lowry. Back up top Johnston. If Johnston could have got that cleanly, probably would have took the three. Instead, he's going to have to drive. Drives in and gets blocked by Holly. Loose basketball goes to Crossroads eventually. And here they come up the floor on the near side. Clay's got it. He's double teamed in the backcourt trying to get away and finally gets it up court to Spalding. Spalding nearly gets it stripped, but throws it in to the left wing cutter. Now backdoor. It's Monroe, or Holly rather, and Holly travels with it. Driving it in baseline. He pulled up to pass, thought better of it, but still picked up that back foot, and that's a walk. Number 7 in the turnover category for Crossroads. Bismarck has it. Just 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. A chance now for the Indians to draw closer. Pass right wing now into the corner. Blunt. Blunt with a baseline drive. Knocks his man down. It's a charge. Setting the feet was Monroe. Bismarck's Blunt picks up his second and team foul number 3 with 39.6 on the clock. Crossroads, in case you're wondering, is committed to 4 team fouls. 2 to give for Crossroads, 3 to give for Bismarck. 33 seconds to go as the Currents dribble it in the front court. Full court pass is intercepted. Ryan Johnston jumps in front of it. Brings it back the other way. Gives off to Blunt. Blunt drives baseline. Lost the handle. Ball ends up into the hands of Crossroads. So right after Crossroads' 8th turnover, Bismarck has committed twice as many with 16. Now Clay weaving in and out of the defense. Dishes off to Spalding. Spalding misses the lay-in. Bismarck gets it back with 10 seconds. Here's Blunt in the front court. And we've got a timeout. Did Crossroads call a timeout? No, a technical on Crossroads. Okay. I was going to say, how did Crossroads call a timeout when they didn't even have the basketball? They said that the Crossroads bench just got teed up. That'll help with 9.1 on the clock. Bismarck needs some momentum. Thank you very much. Mills will go to the free throw line. So he'll shoot here, and then the Indians will get the possession. 9.1 as Mills puts up the first free throw but misses it. Well, you got to take advantage of those mistakes. Mills misses the first free throw. Trevor Mills is their best free throw shooter this season at 73%. And Mills for the second one on the technical foul. Puts it up, and this one will go. So Mills has 3. 52-38, 14-point game, and it's Bismarck basketball after the tee. So Jeremiah Owens will inbound. It'll come in to the backcourt. Jeremiah Owens, 7 seconds for Bismarck. Crossover move, Owens drives it in, throws up the runner. It's blocked, but fouled again. Jeremiah Owens, or rather Trevor Mills, will go to the free throw line. Mills, 1 of 2 on his last trip. He just got done shooting. He'll go back. Again, 73% on the year, 3 points for Trevor Mills. He averages 9.2 points per game. 3.2 on the clock, a chance to get it back to within 12 for Trevor Mills. Logan Blunt down to grab a rebound if he can, along with Ryan Johnston. First free throw from Mills is good. So it's a 13-point game. Bismarck will have Miles to check in for defensive purposes as Clayton Lowry comes up. 52-39. Bismarck trying to close the gap to 12 points. It's making it even dozen. The free throw, good from Trevor Mills. So he's hit 3 out of 4 in this game. 3 seconds for Crossroads. Into the front court. Pass ends up out of bounds. Trying to find Spalding in the corner. It sails out of bounds and almost took out Paul Fitzwater. Crossroads turns it over for the ninth time. 0.6 seconds left for Bismarck. Should be enough time for a catch and release shot, but you got to get it off quick. And now they can't find the basketball as it's back in behind the bleachers. I believe that's what the problem is over there. They're looking for it. Somebody's going to have to crawl in there. I'll get one of the kids to do it. They found it. Fitzwater's got it. Hands it back to the official, and here we go. So Representative Fitzwater's not officiating tonight, but he is in attendance. With 0.6 seconds, let's see if Bismarck can't just throw something up here at the buzzer. Here's the full court shot. No good. 40-52. Bismarck trails by 12 going into the fourth. Do the Indians have a rally in them? We'll find out when we come back in a minute on J98.
Stonecrest Healthcare of Viburnum is proud to be a part of the Viburnum community. They invite you to stop by and meet their friendly and caring staff. Take a tour of the facility and visit with the residents. Stonecrest Healthcare is the most desirable, fully staffed, skilled nursing care facility in the Quad County area, offering the finest in healthcare along with special therapies including outpatient therapy. That's Stonecrest Healthcare on Highway Y across from the Viburnum Grade School.
Your vehicle's old with a lot of miles. You can no longer delay the inevitable. It's become necessary to find a replacement. The incentives are aggressive and interest rates are historically low on vehicle financing. There's no better time to shop for a new or newer vehicle. Crown Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram is challenging you to shop Ford, GM, all the imports, and then come in and test drive their vehicles. Chrysler sales are up 25% and the consumer guides are telling you to buy Chrysler. There's good reason for that. Shop Crown Motors, north of Farmington, at the Fairgrounds exit.
Well, right now you can look at the second quarter as the difference in this game. In the first quarter, Crossroads outscored Bismarck 14-13, but in the second quarter, 24-10. Crossroads outscored them. Bismarck came out and outscored Crossroads in the third quarter, though, 17-14 to get it back to a 12-point game, 52-40. Crossroads starts with the basketball. They'll throw it in. Spalding into the backcourt to Clay. They'll trade passes a couple more times in the backcourt. Still haven't crossed the timeline. Now they get it in there. Up top, it is Monroe. He'll throw it over to Clay on the far side. Back to Spalding near the timeline. Trading passes back and forth. Nursing a 12-point lead. They've got Spalding trapped at the half-court stripe. Gets rid of it into the corner. Holly tries to force a pass inside. Thought better of it last second. Then passes to the other end. Ends up intercepted because it was a weak pass that was indecisive. Crossroads now has committed 10 turnovers. They're catching up to Bismarck in that category. Owens in the front court, lobs it down low to Jarvis. Jarvis gets pickpocketed by Clay, and now Clay's running up the floor. It's a 3-on-2, and now we get a walk. So Crossroads 11th turnover, Bismarck 17th turnover. Bismarck's got it again. Indian basketball, Jeremiah Owens, Trevor Mills, Clayton Lowry, Ryan Johnson, and Logan Blunt on the floor. Jarvis comes out as Lowry's back in. Into the front court, Trevor Mills, and he is fouled. Howley came out and got him, playing the aggressive defense. 7:09 to play. For Crossroads, that was team foul number 7. Edison Mills to the line again. So he's been getting there frequently as of late. Final seconds of the third quarter, he shot 4 free throws, 2 on a technical. Made 1 on 2 of those, and 2 of his last 2 after being fouled, trying to run one in. So now the front end of the 1-and-1 for Trevor Mills. That'll rattle in there. He's now 4 for his last 4 and 4 for 5 on the night. 52-41, and a chance for Bismarck to close the gap to 10 points here with 7:09 to play fourth quarter. At the very least, the Indians aren't making it easy on Crossroads to get a win here in Indian country. Free throw number 2 is good. 52-42. Crossroads current basketball. Trading passes in the backcourt, Clay and Spalding. Spalding steps into the front court. Should have gone over and back, and he did unless they got a timeout here. And it is. It's a turnover on Crossroads. That's number 12. They should have called that sooner. Spalding stepped his toe across the line. Officials didn't see that. Then he stepped his whole body into the backcourt and called timeout. But that was a blatant over and back, and the officials got it right. 52-42. Bismarck trails. Crossroads now turned it over 12 times. Inbound into the backcourt. Now into the front court. Mills gets it to Owens. Owens tries to feed the low post, stolen away, but then Spalding lost the handle of it. Could never quite get control of it. So Bismarck keeps it. Indians kind of luck out on that one. It wasn't a great pass from Owens. Baseline inbound comes in at the block to Mills. Mills attacks, leads into a foul, puts it in off glass. Logan Blunt's been relatively quiet in the second half with just 4 points, but those were 2 big ones. He'll go to the free throw line for a 3-point play. 8th team foul now against Crossroads. They're getting in a bit of foul trouble. Rogers picks up his 3rd on that one, so Rogers comes out. And Holly, who just checked out, is right back in. Rogers was in there for all of 2 seconds. For a 3-point play, Logan Blunt. He's 3 for 4 tonight. Blunt can't hit the free throw, though, and the rebound goes to Witherspoon over Clayton Lowry. So it'll be an 8-point game, 52-44. Crossroads again into the front court. Here they come. The right wing is Spalding. Swings it back out to Witherspoon. Witherspoon bounces into Monroe. Monroe feeds the backdoor cutter. Holly goes up and gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. So Bismarck didn't make it easy there. It was looking like he was going to get an easy lay-in, but they got back and fouled him, so he'll have to earn him from the stripe. That'll be the 3rd on Clayton Lowry. Team foul number 4 for Bismarck. Just got word from back at the studio, and I'm going to preface this by saying this is my board op telling me this, Rachel Kelly, whose little sister plays for Bismarck. But she says Bismarck's catchphrase is roll, tribe, roll. So that's pretty cool. Kind of like the Alabama Roll Tide. Here comes the first free throw, good from Holly. Number 2, also good. Now I wanted to preface that by saying she told me that because she could just be feeding me anything to make me sound silly. I wouldn't put that past her. We got a timeout, Bismarck, 54-44. 10-point lead for the Crossroads Current over the Bismarck Indians with 6:31 to play. We'll step away for 30 seconds on Kickin' Country. J98 The Boot.
Are you 65 years of age or have a disability? Disability Resource Association located in Festus will assist individuals to prepare the Missouri Property Tax Credit or Circuit Breaker Tax Credit applications. Disability Resource Association helping those of Jefferson County. For more information, contact Disability Resource Association at 636-931-7696. Again, that number is 636-931-7696. Disability Resource Association located on South Truman Boulevard in Crystal City.
Kickin' Country, J98 The Boot, and J98 Web TV at MyMoInfo.com. Bismarck trailing Crossroads 54-44 in the district championship. Mills runs it the length of the floor, gives off to Johnston. Johnston feeds Blunt in the low post, and he pivots and lays one in. Logan Blunt with 6 second-half points. He's got 17. 8-point game again. Crossroads attacking back the other way. A lay-in. No good from Monroe. Johnston playing the good defense. Monroe up court quickly to Blunt. Drives it in. Right wing. Stripped by Trevor Clay. Clay races back up the floor. Spalding. Baseline. Lay-in. Good. Bismarck turns it over for the 18th time, and Milton Spalding gets his first fourth-quarter points. 10-point game, 56-46. Up top, Mills has it. Hands it off to Jeremiah Owens. Screen at the top of the key. Crossroads not giving him any kind of perimeter shooting right now. And now a double dribble on Trevor Mills. Trevor Mills called for the double dribble and turns it over. That's 19 Bismarck turnovers. So Crossroads has it, and that slows some of the momentum Bismarck did have. Man, that crowd was getting into it there when it was an 8-point game, and Bismarck had the basketball, but now Crossroads stifles that a bit. Still plenty of time, though. 5:38 to play for the Bismarck Indians to get back close. Crossroads in the front court. Holly's got it at the left wing. He'll swing it up to top. Mills jumps in front of it for the steal. He wants to run it up the floor, pulls up, gets it down low. Blunt pulls up underneath, but misses the lay-in. Defense got back and altered a shot just enough for him to miss it. Crossroads basketball again. Fouled on the floor is Monroe trying to step by his defender. Bismarck will pick up team foul number 5. They call that one on Clayton Lowry, his 4th. 5 minutes, 16 seconds to play. Looks like Lowry is going to remain in the game right now. Lowry, one of the better three-point shooters on the team. Bismarck will probably need him down the stretch. Here's a pump fake and a baseline drive and a nice right-handed finish on the right side, reversing it in, spinning it in off glass by Holly. Back to a 12-point Crossroads lead. Jeremy Holly has had a nice game. 13 points into the corner. Lowry drives baseline, tries to dish it back out, and it's tipped and stolen away again. Bismarck's 20th turnover. Crossroads basketball. Here's Clay driving left wing, weaving in and out of the defense, goes up, pumps in, puts it in. 14-point Crossroads lead. Now Bismarck, Logan Blunt, spin move on the drive, travels with it, and turns it over. Trevor Clay on that last lay-in just got his first points in the second half. He's up to 14 now. It's been mostly the Spalding and Monroe show in the second half for Crossroads. 60-46. The Current now up the lead, back to 14 points. Bismarck got it to within 8, but haven't been as close. Now it's Clay with a bounce pass. Baseline over to Witherspoon. There's a whistle and a foul. They'll get Trevor Mills on this one. That'll be his fourth, and team foul number 6. That was Bismarck's last foul to give with 4:24 to play in the fourth and final quarter. Clock starting to tick away on Bismarck's season if they can't get it sparked back up again. They've played good in spurts, but haven't been able to keep it going for the long haul. Here's Monroe from the elbow, pulls up, shoots no good. Offensive rebound had it, Holly, but he lost it out of bounds. They say Bismarck touched it last and knocked it out. Logan Blunt was the one who tapped it out of there, so Crossroads has it. Trevor Clay lobs it into Spalding, left wing. He'll throw it up top, Monroe. Monroe gives off to Witherspoon, near side. He pivots around on that right foot and hands it back to Clay. Clay dribbles it back near the half-court stripe. He'll throw it far side for Spalding. Spalding kicks it inside to Monroe. Now baseline, it goes to Holly. Back out to the free throw line, Monroe over to the left wing. Spalding back near the timeline. As Bismarck's just trying to get the basketball back at this point. Crossroads not letting them have it. Over to the far side, now in at the elbow. It's Monroe. Back near the timeline again. They're just going around in circles. Here's a pass to the corner. Witherspoon, baseline jumper there. He was open but missed it. Offensive rebound goes to Holly. Good job putting the dribble down on the floor to keep himself from traveling after he lost his balance. And then a foul. That's team foul number 7 against the Bismarck Indians. 1-and-1 free throw opportunity coming for Jeremy Holly. That's the 5th foul on Trevor Mills. His night finishes with 7 points. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line. That was all his points in the second half, just coming from the stripe. He had 2 points in the first quarter. So 60-46, and Crossroads looking to add to it with Jeremy Holly at the free throw line, who's 4 for 4 tonight. Jeremy Holly's free throw shooting percentage on the season is 60. Jeremiah Owens comes in for Bismarck. Owens, Blunt, Johnston, Lowry, and McLean on the floor. So Holly will have to make his first one to earn another one here. 1-and-1. He lines it up, puts it in. 5 for 5 from the free throw line for Holly. 14 points. 61-46 Crossroads. The second attempt also good. 62-46. Kevin Rogers checks back in for the Current. Holly comes off. Bismarck basketball, they'll throw it in to Mills, and Spalding comes up to pressure him. Not Mills, it was McLean. Mills is fouled out. McLean gets it in the front court, behind the back dribble, trying to create separation. Picked up his dribble, top of the key, throws it left wing for Lowry. Now pass to the near side, tipped out of bounds. Looking for Jeremiah Owens in the corner. Trevor Clay has just been everywhere tonight and knocked it out of bounds. A little kid on the floor runs out there. They have to stop play and make sure she doesn't get trampled. She ran right out into the court, then back up into the stands as quickly as she was out there. Blunt, top of the key, throws it inside to Ryan Johnston. Johnson throws up the runner, but traveled with it beforehand. And Bismarck turns it over again. Bismarck crowd all over the officiating tonight. They didn't like it. I don't know. I couldn't really see the official was closer to it on that side of the floor than I was, if he walked or not, if he picked up that pivot foot, but put in a nice little baseline jumper, but it's waved off, no good. That turnover marks the 22nd for Bismarck, and now foul as Spalding tries to weave through the defense. He's fouled right at center court. 18 fouls now against Bismarck, and Spalding goes to the free throw line. He's 4 for 4 tonight. 18 points on the evening for a young man that averages a 17.2. Rogers and Holly keep subbing in, back and forth, back and forth. Rogers is back in for him. The first free throw The front end of the 1-and-1, good from Milton Spalding. 3 points in the fourth quarter. 7 in the third, 2 in the second, and 7 in the first for Spalding, who's spread out his scoring pretty well evenly. 63-46. Next free throw is good to make it 64-46. Now an 18-point game again. Bismarck as close as 8 points this half. Doesn't look like they'll get any closer than that. Here's a baseline pass to Jeremiah Owens that he can't handle, and it goes out of bounds. And now that Crossroads is back on offense, they'll put Holly back in. Rogers comes off. When they go on defense, Holly, to stay out of foul trouble, will come off. In the front court, Crossroads. Monroe's got it. Stops his progress at the right wing. Throws it inside Spalding. Spalding passes baseline and a quick pump fake and a lay-in attempt. But nope. Another foul on Bismarck. And the Bismarck Indians are just flustered right now. They don't know what's going on with the officiating. Bismarck basketball, or Crossroads basketball, I should say, and going to the free throw line, Jeremy Howley, who's been perfect tonight, 6 for 6, and he hits his first. 65-46 to make it a 20-point game. Jeremy Howley, who's got 5 fourth quarter points. He didn't score in the first, but he's turned it on since. And it is a 20-point game as he puts it through. Rogers comes in for him. 66-46 with 2:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Bismarck's season's going to come to an end at 20-7. It's looking like here tonight. Jeremiah Owens dribbles at the length of the floor on the far side, throws it up top. Blunt throws up a runner at the free throw line. No good. Got his own board. Kicks it back out. McLean thought about the three instead. Bounces it back down low. Blunt. Nice low post move. Butt stuffed by the rim. Got the basketball back. Can't put it back in. And on their rebound, we've got another foul. This time, it's going to go against Crossroads as Blunt hit the floor this time. A push on the Crossroads current. That'll be number 9. Each team has now committed 9. They call it on Witherspoon, his first. Holly checks back in. Rogers comes off for Crossroads. Blunt will go to the stripe. Logan Blunt is 3 for 5 on the evening. 17 points for Blunt. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good. Crossroads pulls down the rebound. Under 2.5 to play. Crossroads looking to finish strong. A full court pass intercepted by McLean, and then he gets fouled. That foul on Spalding. That'll be number 10. Bismarck will shoot 2 here. Crossroads, their turnovers sure racked up in the second half. They're up to 14 now. But at this point, it's pretty well not going to matter. They're going to move on and take on Oran in the Class 2 sectional at Park Hill Central next week. First free throw, good from Clayton Lowry, who's got himself 6 points. 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Special thanks once again to Citizens Electric Corporation and St. Genevieve for being the major sponsor on the J98 Web TV tonight. Clayton Lowry puts through the next free throw to give him 7 on the evening, 66-48. Timeout with 2 minutes, 22 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. We're back in 1 minute on J98 The Boot.
Sleep is hard to come by during tax season, but Fisher Furniture can help. No, not with your taxes, but with your sleep. Stop by today and check out their Serta mattress sale. All styles and models are marked down. They have what you need, whether it's super pillow top or firm. Whatever style you like, they have it. And with free local delivery and haul-off of your old mattress set, you can't go wrong. So stop by Fisher Furniture today. Highway 21 in Ironton.
Are you tired of paying for access to your money? Then see the team at First State Community Bank to open a free checking account today. With free checking, you can enjoy all the safety and service that First State Community Bank has to offer, even a free debit card with no monthly fee. If you're paying for your account, make the switch today. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC, online at fscb.com.
It's J98 The Boot, MyMoInfo.com, J98 Web TV, all in action tonight as the Crossroads Current are going to put an end to Bismarck's season. 2:22 to play in the fourth quarter, 66-48 Crossroads. Bismarck is up to pressure as Witherspoon throws it into Clay. Clay with some crafty ball handling throws it into the right wing. In the front court, back up top Monroe, and Logan Blunt comes out and fouls Monroe. That'll be number 10 against Bismarck. As the Indians looking like they'll try to extend this game a little bit further. 66-48 the score. Monroe will go to the free throw line. Now, Sean Monroe tonight, 2 for 2. He had a nice third quarter with 6 points. He's got 10 total in the game. He's looking for his first fourth quarter points. Sean Monroe lines it up, puts it up, and missed it. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to play. Rogers checks back in as Holly comes off. Monroe, a 54.5% free throw shooter on the year. Bismarck with McLean, Lowry, Johnston, Blunt, and Owens on the floor. Next free throw misses too for Sean Monroe. Bismarck comes up with the rebound. Jeremiah Owens will run it up the floor. 2 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. They'll get it at the elbow. Johnson, little head fake, baseline drive, swings it back out, left wing three ball. Clayton Lowry off the mark, too strong. Rebound goes to Crossroads. Knocked out of bounds by Bismarck. Logan Blunt came over with a big right hand, swat that ball out of there and out of bounds. Crossroads has it. Now that the Current are on offense, they'll sub them in again. Holly in for Rogers. Rogers on defense, Holly on offense. Jeremy Holly will throw it in. 1:52 to play in the fourth quarter. Once again, Crystal City's girls won tonight. They beat St. Pius. So Crystal City will take on West County in the sectionals in Class 3. That'll be held in Hillsboro. Here's a foul on Crossroads, or on Bismarck against Crossroads as they bring it up the floor. That'll send Spalding to the free throw line. Here's the first free throw, good. That last foul on Bismarck called on Jeremiah Owens, his second. Spalding with 5 fourth quarter points. 21 total. And make it 22. Yes, it did fall, right? Yeah, it went down. It hung up on the rim long enough. He's made all of his free throws tonight. 8 for 8. Bismarck basketball down 68-48. Johnson in the low post. Turn around, jump hook over Rogers. Too strong off back rim. Rogers pulls down the rebound. He'll hand it off back to Clay. Clay splits a double team in the backcourt and then gets fouled, tripped up as he's about to cross the timeline. Bismarck fans say he stumbled and tripped himself, but officials saw it differently. 1:24 to go. Free throws coming for Trevor Clay, who's been quiet in the second half. His 2 second-half points after a monster performance in the first half when he put up 12. Crossroads hasn't really needed him to do much in the second half. And now a 74% free throw shooter steps to the line, where he's just 1 of 3, though, tonight. His first one is in and out, no good. Crossroads will send in the backups now. They've called off the Dogs. So I've got to learn some new names. Number 15 checks in for Crossroads. And I don't even see him on the roster. That's a shame. Number 10, Benton Birch, though. He's in there. Free throw good from Clay, so he hits 1 of 2. Benton Birch, he's a sophomore, 5'8" and a guard. Number 32. Cameron Clay, he's a freshman at 6 foot, a guard. Those are 2 new faces in there for Crossroads, along with Jonathan Polfus, a junior at 6'1", a forward. And everybody else remains the same. Bismarck keeps their same 5 out there. McLean, Owens, Blunt, Lowry, and Johnston with 1:24 to play in the fourth quarter. So Bismarck's going to have to say goodbye to some talented seniors this year. Colton McLean and Trevor Mills. But you'd have to think they'll be back in strong for next season. We've got a timeout on the floor while the officials gather and talk about something on the far side of the court. But as I was saying, you'd have to like what Bismarck has to offer. Returning Logan Blunt will be back as a senior. Ryan Johnson will be back as a junior. You heard Coach Simonson say Wednesday that he thinks he's the best sophomore in the area, or one of the best. Clayton Lowry will be back as a senior. Cody Miles will be back as a senior. Jeremiah Owens will be back as a senior as well. Some of these youngsters aren't too bad either. Some of the sophomores and freshmen this season. Got a minute 24 left to go in the fourth quarter. 69-48. Crossroads current over the Bismarck Indians Class 2 District 4 championship. Indians basketball with McLean to throw it in. Into the backcourt it goes to Jeremiah Owens. Owens dribbles to the front court. Steps inside the arc, kicks it out. Pump fake there. Lowry drives it in, lays it in. Count it, and the foul. Clayton Lowry now has himself 9 points. Looking for point number 10 as he goes to the free throw line. He's 2 for 2 tonight, and he's right around 73% on the season, Clayton Lowry is. 73 exactly, and now he hits the next free throw, so that percentage has gone up. Lowry's 3 for 3. He's got 10 points. 69-51 Crossroads, a minute 10 to go. In the front court, Holly has it left wing. He dribbles it, puts it on the floor, brings it inside, splits a double team, and lays it in. Jeremy Holly with a quick 2. Bismarck back on the attack. By the way, Jeremy Holly, just a sophomore. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with for the Crossroads current. Quick 2 taken there for Bismarck. No good. Holly pulls down the rebound. He's going to bring it up the near side of the court. He's got it at the right wing. We're at 42 seconds to play. Dishes off, and a quick baseline lay-in is up and good from number 32, Cameron Clay, the younger brother of Trevor Clay. Now Bismarck back in the attack. Logan Blunt underneath, pump fake, gets Holly in the air, and then Holly goes up and fouls him. Blunt will go to the free throw line, and for Holly, I believe that is foul number 5. He should be done. He knows it, and he's coming off the floor. But what a performance that kid had, Jeremy Holly. 8 fourth quarter points, 19 total in the game. He fouls out. That's after being held scoreless in the first quarter. 28.4 remains, 73-51 will be Blunt at the free throw line. He is 3 for 6 from the line tonight. Blunt with 17 total points. The junior puts up his first free throw and misses it. He's now missed his last 3 attempts after making 3 of his first 4. But Logan Blunt, the team's leading scorer, possible Dream Team athlete for Bismarck. He might get some looks. He puts through the free throw, and he hits 1 of 2 that trip. 73-52. Crossroads in the front court. Cameron Clay has it. Left wing. He backs it up. He's going to pop the 3, and he misses it. Long rebound. Comes out to Crossroads, but 2 players fought for the same rebound, and it ends up out of bounds to Bismarck. Birch and Rogers both wanted that rebound, and they collided, and neither one of them got it. Bismarck basketball with 13 to play. Jeremiah Owens right wing drive, lays it up, missed it, no good, but there's Logan Blunt to follow it and put it back in. Just a little volleyball set, tapped it in. 73-54. Crossroads wins it as the final buzzer sounds. Bismarck's season comes to an end at 20-7. Crossroads will move on. A district championship year for the current. They'll play Oran in the state sectionals next Wednesday in Park Hills with a 16-11 record.